moment there behind him on that run rate, and the Lumbini Lions bottom of the table, and then we'll see the Royals, the defenders in the league, take on the Chipper Rhinos this afternoon. The Lions don't get
It could be all over Rover for them. You would think so. I mean, just 7 games each in that 8-team groups. But as far as the top of the table goes, I mean, there's no surprising that those two, the Royals and the Bolts, are at the top. They've been very well balanced in both bowling and batting departments. They don't seem to mind whether they bat first or whether they chase. The Lumbini Lions, it does surprise me, Lenny, to see them at the bottom, because I do think they've got some lovely players.
Well, remarkable to think they've scored totals of 191 and 170 and are yet to pick up a victory. A reminder as well, it's the top 4 in this 8-team inaugural MPL that will advance to the playoffs. But also, with that IPL-style playoff system, big advantage if you finish first or second. So as a consequence, the Janakpur Bolts, they will not be easy enough.
No, not at all. I mean, you want to try and get in there as early as possible, and let's just understand that even though it's the top 4 that go through, it's those top 2 positions that you want, because you finish in the top 2, you win that game, you go straight to the final. You lose that game, you get another opportunity to get to the final.
Yeah, the Bolts have been outstanding, but they actually, every single time they've won their games, they've been chasing. So I wonder what will happen. The toss in these morning games can be very important indeed. Okay, let's get a look at some of the numbers. They'll come up onto your screen now. So this is the most runs for the entire tournament, in fact. The Lumbini Lions, 146. Lahiru Malantha, he's in second. Dipender Singh Airi, not just the runs, the strike rate there, HD, sensational.
Yeah, in fact, just start at the top there, Andrew. I mean, that just shows you why we're so surprised about the Lumbini Lions, because the skipper has played so well to be the highest run scorer. Dipender Singh Airi, he lifts the entire team. If you don't have your wits about you and you're at the crease and he walks to the crease, beware, because he's going to scurry between the wickets. Nice that Chikadawan made such an impact while he was here, and Andries Coast, the man from the United States, we're going to see a lot more of him. He didn't even play the opening game.
Yeah, reminded, first man drafted, the first centurion. What about the leading wicket takers? Let's get a little bit of a look at some of these numbers, and certainly some Janakpur Bolts players right up in and around the mix. Lalit Rajbanshi, he's in second. Just off this list though, Mohammed Mohsin, the leg spinner, his economy rate, I think it's the best in the tournament too.
Well, I think we've spoken about the balance of their bowling lineup. You think of, I'm going to try and get his name right, excuse me if I don't, Mahato?
Kishore Mahato, yeah.
Mahato with the seamers, and Jimmy Neesham with the seamers. Then they've got the left arm spin of Rajbanshi, who finds himself in second, the leg spin of Mohsin, and the off spin of Thacker. So they really do have all bases covered. But Mohammed Mohsin is having a massive impact here. Difficult to pick because he has all sorts of deliveries with his wrist spin, so he's going to be a handful for the sides going forward.
And HD, don't forget that young left arm wrist spinner, Tul Bahadur Thapa too. I know he hasn't bowled much, but he's impressed us when he has. There is so much talent and so much variety in Prabuddha Dasanayaka's side. Here's the teams arriving early this morning. Definitely maybe a degree or 2 chillier. There's Asif Sheikh. You can see everyone in their jackets. Mohammed Mohsin, Jimmy Neesham as well. Was talking to him last night. He's loving every second of being here in Nepal, I assure you. And we're finally getting a little bit of engagement when the players they arrive. But because it's a couple of degrees chillier, there is a little bit of dew about it.
There is, and I think that's always the concern for the side that has decided that they want to actually have a bowl first, because if the ball gets slightly wet, it becomes tougher for the seamers, even tougher for the wrist spinners to grip the ball if that seam gets wet. Thankfully, we haven't really seen much of that, and we have had some dew, but this, I think, is the wettest I've seen it, Lenny.
Yeah, I think it certainly is. Let's just get a look at the exact predicted weather, also what we're experiencing right now. I don't know how HD Ackerman's in a polo shirt. He's a lunatic, this man to my left. 11 degrees, I've got 3 layers on, and you can't even see what's underneath that. It might be 4. Are you not freezing?
I must admit, it's a little chilly today. I was just having a look at Jimmy Neesham come off the bus there, and I thought, well, that's typical of a New Zealander. For him, this is an absolute scorcher of a day.
Yeah, certainly. Always the pitch is a hot topic. A big shout out to the curation team here. I think they've done wonderful work. The scores have been trending upwards. What does today have in store? Let's get out to Sriram, see what he thinks of today's playing surface.
Yeah, it's a super Sunday here in Kathmandu, and we're into day 8 of the Siddhartha Bank Nepal Premier League powered by Encel. We are into the second rotation of games on these pitches, and I must say that these pitches have been really, really good. There has been something in it for everyone. The pacers have got wickets, the spinners have come into the game, and batsmen have had times where they've had to work hard for their runs, but also hit through the line and hit a lot of sixes. More than 150 sixes scored in this competition so far. We are in pitch number 2 today. It's the extreme left of your screen, and we have a 57-meter boundary to a 67-meter boundary. So there's a short boundary on one side and the long boundary on the other. I'm just going to take a closer look at what we have in store. It is definitely a bit cold and slightly moist as well. I'm sure it'll start off slow, bowlers will come into the fore, but once the sun comes out, the batsmen will have a field day. So another cracker of a day awaits us. Let's all enjoy this Super Sunday.
Oh, it's Super Saturday yesterday. Maybe it's going to be a sensational or another Super Sunday. HD, this toss in this morning game is massive, isn't it?
Yep, all sides like to chase, although I don't think the Royals will be that bothered about. I'm sorry, excuse me, they're not playing later on this afternoon. The Bolts will be that bothered. Just one point around the ground and the dimensions. Where we're standing is the shortest side of the ground, just 57, I think Sri said it was. So the captains are going to be very careful with their matchups, where they bowl their left arm spinners, where they bowl their off spinners, because there's no doubt that the batters will be targeting this side of the ground.
I fully agree, and as a consequence, if you can get that left-hand, right-hand combination going when you're batting, that's really going to help you. Okay, the toss in these morning fixtures, it is all important. Let's get out to Manali Patel, see who's going to win that.
Welcome to match number 14 here at the Nepal Premier League. It's a contest with the top of the table and the bottom of the table. It's the Lumbini Lions taking on the Janakpur Bulls. To the left of me, I've got Mr. Nair, the match referee, the skipper of the Lions, Rohit Paudel, and the skipper of the Bulls, Anil Kumar Sal. Let's give the coin a flip. Tails is the call.
Tails.
Tails it is. What are you going to be doing and why?
I will bowl first, especially looking at the wicket and the conditions, overhead conditions. Bowling first is a good option here. Just as a team, as a unit, we want to restrict them as low as possible and utilize this condition.
Listen, I'm not going to talk to you about the struggles that you have. What I want to know is how are you going to get out of this in terms of the atmosphere in your team, and are you doing any team bonding tomorrow on your day off?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do some team bonding tomorrow. But I think as a team, we are very positive. The message to the team is very positive that enjoy the game, and every day is a new day. And I believe that from today the faith will change, and we'll start winning. And the belief is always there in the team. And yeah, as a unit, we are very tight, and yeah, we're looking forward to today's game.
Fantastic. And are there any changes on your side?
Yeah, we have 3 changes. Unmukh goes out, Asutosh Gire comes in, Surya goes out, Abhishek comes in, and Ben comes in place of Dinesh Adhikari.
Thank you so much and best of luck.
Thank you. Good luck then.
Anil, you haven't won the toss. Had you won the toss, what would you have done?
Everyone wants to bowl first especially in the morning condition. So we were looking to bowl first as well.
What do you reckon's par score on the surface?
I think 160 is a good score, especially in the first inning. Like the wicket is softer side, so we are looking to play with our positive intent. But still, we are looking to score 160 so that we can defend that score in the second inning.
And you're sitting at the top of the table. What's been the secret to the success?
I think we are sticking to the basic, and we are just trying to play some simple cricket. We are not thinking too much, and we are taking one game at a time.
And are there any changes in your side?
Yeah, there is one change. Sher Malla comes in place of Tul Bahadur.
Thank you so much and best of luck. There you have it, the news out of the middle. It's the Lions who've won the toss, and they're going to have a bowl first.
Well, zero surprise there to see that the captain of the national team and the captain of the Lions is the one who has decided to bowl first. Whoever did, they were always going to make that call. Just call out a couple of those changes. Ben cutting in. Also, really good to see Ashutosh Gairia back in. He'll probably open the batting. And also, in terms of the Janakpur Bolts, you can call out a few more of those players, HD. With Sher Malla in, that's a good change for me.
Yeah, I love at the top of the order. Anil Kumar Sal got some runs in one of the earlier games, but Asif Sheikh has actually been surprisingly, he's been very consistent at the top and offered great support to the men who've really been on fire with the bat. Lahiru Malanta has been quite exceptional. Jimmy Neesham is dynamic. Lovely balanced attack, that Bolt side.
Is the problem for the Lions going to continue to be their bowling attack? There hasn't been many problems with the batting, although they needed Vivek Yadav to bail them out yesterday with those 7 sixes. They need to find a way to restrict the opposition in that second innings.
Well, I think where the captain will sort of be happier is that they've batted exceptionally well. Yes, they didn't chase a large target when they had that one opportunity to chase, but I think that they'll still be full of confidence in the batting lineup, and they'll feel that they can chase anything. But the bowlers do have to be better.
Yeah. In the first innings, I'll just correct myself, because obviously they've won the toss and chosen to have a bowl first. Before we get upstairs, HD, something I forgot to do yesterday was ask you for your prediction.
I got both right yesterday.
I think you might be relieved. Who are you backing today? Who do you think will take the win? Can the Lions get on the board?
They can, but I just think that the Bolts have got absolutely all bases covered, even though they've got on the wrong end of a toss.
Okay, final question. Who's going to be the game changer for them?
If the Lions are going to win it, I think that the captain is going to get some runs today, because he failed yesterday. He doesn't fail too often.
He really doesn't. You're spot on the money. As always, it's not quite Tony Gregg and Bill Lorry here, but I'm going to disagree. Rohit Powell, the Lions are going to get on the board. They're going to take the victory today. That's who I'm backing. HD's going against me. Time for the live match coverage. Let's get upstairs to the commentary box.
Thank you very much, Andrew and HD. Yes, contrasting starts to both these teams in their campaign. Janakpur Bowls 3-3, Lumbini Lions have lost all their 3 games. It's a must-win situation for them, and they'll ideally want to get this win and then start getting back into the groove. Sunday morning here at the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Stadium. We're all set for match number 14 on day 8, and it's the Lumbini Lions who won the toss this morning and have put the Janakpur Bowls into bat first. Anil Kumar Shah played very well in the last game of his. The captain of the side has really been the leader from the front. He's got runs in this tournament, 62 unbeaten runs against the Karnali Yaks, and he'll want to build from here on and continue the good run of form that he's showing in the middle. And he did miss out in that last game, but in the game before that he had that 62 against Karnali Yaks, got 6 fours and 3 sixes in that essay of his, and scored at a strike rate of 147. Asif Sheikh has blown hot, blown cold in this tournament. He did get 33 and 34 in the last game, and this is something that he'll want to really go out there and show to the team as well, that he is coming back into prime form. 230s for him in this tournament, a strike rate of 105. Anil and Asif open for Nepal as well, so this is a tried and tested combination, and 2 formidable batters up front for the Janakpur Bowls. They have been the successful side, the form side, and going to be Raymond Simmons, 2 for 30 to his best for the Lumbini Lions. Did bowl well yesterday. Not easy for the Lions. This is their 3rd consecutive game across 3 days. Yeah, it's a big ask, especially for a team that has struggled to win. You have to really inspire yourself each time. A very good morning to Sridharan Sriram, who's just done the pitch report. He's doing the hard yards this morning. Sri, how's it been?
Good morning, Mikhail. Yeah, terrific day awaits us. It's a Sunday. It's a working day in Kathmandu. Saturday is the holiday in Kathmandu, so if you're wondering people have not yet come in, it's because it's a working day. All set for the first ball. A good start from Raman Simmons. Very, very important game from the Lumbini Lions point of view. They've got to strike early. They've got some reinforcements that have come in, and look at the pitch for today. Yeah, it's a nice one. It's a slight moisture in the wicket, Mikhail. And it's no different to what it's played before. This is pitch number 2. The bowls have played on it earlier. They chased down 141 on this very surface when they played an afternoon game on day 2 of the tournament. Anil Kumar Shah is away. A nudge down to 3rd man. And the bowls are away as well. Yeah, there is a little bit of moisture on the surface which will help the bowlers early on, but the sun is out now, and once the moisture dries out, it should be very good surface for batting, as we have seen in this competition. My takeaway was, Mikhail, that everyone has something in it. The spinners get some turn, the pace bowlers get some movement early on with the new ball. We saw good bowlers like Sohail Tanvir exploit the movement. Rajan Dikal did so very well. Naren South's got a 5-wicket haul. Nandan Yadav yesterday bowled so well, and there have been more than 156 scored. So there has been something in it for everyone.
Edged and put down very early in the innings. A life here for Asif. Or not. He's been given a chance. How costly will this prove? And this is where the Lumbini Lions need to really tighten things. They're staring down the barrel in the points table. They're languishing right at the bottom. And they ideally need to show some discipline in the field.
Yeah, Rohit Paudel will be very disappointed with that. It was at a comfortable height. The keeper ran across or dived across the first slip fielder. This is a sign of a side that has not won games. Luck not going their way.
Yeah, he's getting good movement. Morning conditions conducive to bowling. The umpire is officiating in this particular game. The umpiring has been brilliant. Very good calls. Durganath Subedi, one of the many umpires in this game who's had a very nice tournament so far. We talk about players having a good tournament, it's the umpires too. And that's Himal Rajgiri. He's at square leg. Good start here for Simmons. Inside edge for lucky runs. First boundary here for the Janakpur bowls. And that's the slice of luck sometime a team needs when the going has been tough.
Yeah, 6 for no loss in 5 balls doesn't reflect how well Raman Simmons has bowled. He's created an opportunity. He's got movement both ways. Anil Kumar Shah, little tentative on that occasion. Very lucky that the inside edge didn't crash onto the stumps. First boundary comes up. Then Ensel Super 4. The Pradhan, the TV umpire. Yeah, I had dinner with him last night.
Looks to go big, falls short of the fielder at mid-on. And that's how they play their cricket up front. The Janakpur bowls has helped them as well. Done with over number 1, it's 6 for no loss.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app. Unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
Sport is in our DNA.
DHI Happier Home. Today sahi.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
Getting a chance. One change for the Janakpur bowls. Sher Malla coming in for Tur Bahadur. Both teams making some changes to their playing 11, but it's desperation at the moment here for the Lumbini Lions. A loss from here on, and they'll be playing catch-up in this campaign.
Yeah, the Lions are definitely looking for a good opening partnership, and they've not got one in both the games, or all the 3 games that they've played. It's been up to Rohit Paudel and Tom Moores, who have been the backbone of their innings. Vivek Yadav came good yesterday, but they need a good start. Durgesh Gupta, the new bowler. Been impressive.
Oh yes, a very good morning to Benjamin Collin, James Cutting as well, the globe-trotting Brisbane-born all-rounder. Ben, good morning. Can you hear us loud and clear? Yeah, Ben, are you with us? Very good morning. Another inside edge, they'll push for a single. We'll just check with Ben once again if he's able to hear a voice. Ben, this is Mikhail Vaswania. Seem to be having a problem reaching out to him. We'll come back to that in a short while. Just coming back to this innings. Anil and Asif. There's still some partnerships, yes. They'll ideally want to get a big score going here up front. Arjun Saud behind the stumps. Did have a nice chat with Martin Guptill, and the ball later. Guptill was on his way back. Durgesh Gupta is blown hot, blown cold. Started off really well. with 3 wickets in the first match, has been wicketless in the next 2.
He's a good bowler, Durgesh Gupta. Bowls the new ball, then comes back in the middle, and in the end, got a good array of slower balls. Yeah, they need early wickets, the Lions, and they got an opportunity which they put down.
He's just trying to manufacture a shot over there, just making room for himself.
A little bit of moisture in the surface is not making stroke play very easy. The ball is just gripping on the surface. The bowler, if he's got the ability to hit the seam, it will do a bit early on. Anil Kumar Shah and Asif trying to break the shackles here, but they have been kept quiet. I must say, they got an inside edge boundary, but other than that, they haven't been able to play the big shots.
Yeah, Durgesh Gupta 3 for 21 in that first game against Biratnagar Kings. And then the next 2 games, he went wicketless, conceding 67 runs across the 5 overs he bowled in 2 matches. As a bowler, how important is rhythm and momentum, Sri?
I think this is a type of competition that you've got to accept, that you're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days. As long as your preparation and your focus remains consistent, and you've got a very consistent game plan which you can fall back to, then I don't think results should matter.
Close call, good running as well. Just coming back to Durgesh, he's a hard-working, line-hearted bowler. We'll expect him to come back. Done with over number 2, it's 8 for no loss.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
आफ्ना हरेक चिन्ताहरू अब हामीलाई छोडिदिनुस्। तपाईको भोलिको भरपर्दो साथी सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स खुलेर जियौं।
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनु होला। यति कार्पेट, कार्पेटको शहंशाह।
They have to play Sudar Paschim Royals, Kathmandu Gurkhas as well in the coming days. Some good teams lined up, gives that a wild swing. Anil Shah, he's taking his chances in the middle.
Yeah, they're trying to break the shackles. They still haven't been able to. The new ball's doing a bit. Lucky that didn't crash into the off stump. Shah, swing across the line. It's better off hitting straight and wait for the right scoring opportunity. A good player, Anil Kumar Shah. He's captained this team very well as well.
Much better. Yeah, as the bowling unit. Wickets is the key. It's right. Once again, just connect with Benjamin Collin, James Cutting. Ben, good morning. Can you hear me? This is Mikhalia.
The volume is not going up, mate.
Yeah, hi Ben. All good? You can hear, right?
Ball Simo.
Yeah, Ben, how's it been in Nepal? Good morning.
Ball Simo.
Still seem to be having some problems reaching the audio to Ben. If you can hear us, Ben, Mikhalia. Right.
Lovely, Simo.
Reconnecting once again. Yeah, it's been a quiet start here for Janakpur bowls. Into the third. Just the 1-4. Oh, this could be close. But was it pitching outside leg? Playing across the line, Asif.
Turn the volume.
Raman Simmons bowling really well. It's got movement both ways. I think it pitched outside leg. Big heave across the line from Asif. You've got to read the conditions here. It's doing a bit early on, so you've got to bide your time as opening batters. Ben, I'm trying to reach you. This is Sriram and Mikhail. Can you hear us, please?
Yeah, he's coming at an angle here. Raymond Simmons, and it's getting a little difficult for the batters. Just putting on a wild swing in the middle at the moment.
It's coming at an angle, and what Asif is doing is fighting that angle to go across it. You might as well look to hit on the offside, hit straight. And then that plays into the angle from where he's releasing. He's not getting the ball back a lot. He's going across the right-hander. Is Raymond Simmons predominantly gets movement away. So you've got to set yourself to hit mid-off, extra cover.
Much better. Hold your pose, Asif Sheikh, for the photographers, because that's a beautiful strike. That's a Siddharth Bank maximum. What a way to end over number 3. It's 15 for no loss.
विश्वसनीय अनि वित्तीय सेवाको अर्को परिभाषा रिलायन्स फाइनान्स लिमिटेड.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs le buzeeko cha your way of quality living.
Tapayko Asli Energy Red Bull Asli Nerozo.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
Quality shot. And now Arjun South standing up for Durgesh Gupta over number 4. That's one more lovely strike. Don't bother running. That's out of here as well. Anil Saad dishing out a beautiful hit over long off. That's another Siddharth Bank maximum.
Now the difference between what they were doing early and what they're doing now is hitting more through the line. Both these left-arm seamers are not getting movement inside into the right-hander. Doing a cross, and that's a good place to hit if you're using the angle rather than fighting the angle. Anil Kumar Saha was earlier trying to hike the ball into the leg side, but this swing is a lot better. Through the line into the side screen. Lovely shot from Anil Kumar Saha.
Yeah, straight to the field. Looks a good surface. You play through the line, you get value for your shots in the middle.
Definitely. Once it dries out, it'll become an even better surface to bat on. The new ball, the hard new ball with a pronounced seam, had some movement early. Now we're into the 4th over. This change in angle as well from Durgesh Gupta is coming round the wicket, which means he generally wants to cramp that swing. His line's going to be a lot straighter.
Yeah, you've got to bowl in the width of the stumps, back of the length. Just cram the batter, not offer much room as a bowling unit. You won the toss, you'd want to take those wickets.
They had a chance put down. That was very unfortunate. Look at that for a swing. Yeah, the angle gave him the width to free his arms. But now Durgesh switched back over the wicket. They're in search of their first wicket. They've not been able to break through the Lumbini Lions.
Yeah, drifting down leg side. There's protection in the deep. They'll get a single. These days we see a lot of trigger movement, Shri. Could you add more perspective for a batter who just moves a bit in the crease to ready himself to create a solid base?
Not a bad thing to do. You usually move early so that, you get some sort of momentum. You don't want to be still and reacting to what's coming at you. But you want to get some sort of momentum early so that you're ready. It's just a cue to your brain saying that you're ready to face that delivery. And different people have different trigger movements, and we can talk about that later on. But why someone does the trigger, as we see another boundary. The keeper up to the stumps this time. Durgesh Gupta going short. It was an inside edge. And it's another super 4 powered by Ensel. Yeah, it was a bit of a top edge, and the keeper had no chance. Standing up to the stumps, you've got no chance to catch that. You'd rather be standing back. At least that was an opportunity if he had been standing back. There's a bit of a lack of communication between the bowler and the keeper. 26 for no loss. What should have been 26 for 2. We're into the last ball of the 4th over.
No half measures here. Down the leg side, helping it for a 4. This is turning out to be a costly over. 15 runs in over number 4. Janakpur bowls are up and running, 30 for no loss.
विदेश घुमघामको फन एनसेल रोमिङले थप्छ छन् बेस्ट रोमिङ प्याक्स रु 100 देखि सुरु डाउनलोड एनसेल एप नाउ or dial *123#.
सुजल डेरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल DHI happier home छुट्टै छ है
Bowls are 30 for no loss in the first 4, and for the first time in this match we'll be seeing spin from the far end. It's going to be Abhishesh against 2 very experienced batters in the middle. Left arm orthodox. So many left arm spinners in this part of the world, Shri.
He's making his NPL debut today, Abhishesh Gautam. All the best, young man. Looks a confident young man on screen. And he's replacing Dinesh Adhikari, who was a medium-pace bowler. So looking forward to see the young man in action, bowling in power play, never easy.
This is high. There's a fielder position just for that, but he'll turn spectator. He's got plenty of willow on that one, Anil Shah. He's taking his chances, and the bowls are accumulating the Siddharth Bank 6s with consummate ease in the middle.
That's 6 number 158. And the second 6 for Anil Kumar Shah. It's not that bad a delivery from the young left-arm spinner. The short side of the ground. And Anil Kumar Shah has targeted that short side really well. That's good, smart batting, but the youngster should not be overawed. Good comeback. I like that from Abhishesh Gautam. Good maturity. He's bowling to a senior pro who's taken him on the first ball, but he's shown good ability to come back. Abhishesh Gautam, I like him. Good action.
Yeah, just following the batter, but that's a very good strike. That's another 6 for Anil Kumar Shah. His 3rd, bowls 4th, and this over is turning out to be a 6-hitting fest at the moment. Baptism by fire here for the youngster Abhishesh.
Yeah, that's inexperience. Anil Kumar Shah playing around with the mind of the bowler. He's backing away so that he wants the bowler to follow him, and then he can open up that big leg, small leg side boundary. Abhishesh Gautam falling to the bait. That's good batting from Anil Kumar Shah, but the youngster should not get unfazed by what his senior pro is doing. 42 for no loss.
He did get a wonderful 50 against the Yaks and missed out with the Avengers, but today it's looking so good. 25 of 18 out of 42. This partnership just growing in confidence. The feel for Abhishesh. He's been under the cosh very early. 12 runs off his first 3 deliveries, but comebacks are a necessity in any sport. We've seen that with so many spinners in this tournament. Hit for a 6 and they've come back to take a wicket. Much better, slow through the air, giving it some flight, inviting the batter into the shot.
Don't get fooled by his analysis. 12 of 4 balls, he's a good bowler. Abhishesh Gautam, that's beautifully bowled. That was slow, a bit of turn. Yeah, Shah knows probably that he's a good bowler. He's attacking him early. That is again beautifully bowled. Buys. Nothing going right for the Lions. The old problems come to haunt them again. That was exceptionally well bowled, but the keeper was not able to collect it. Extras coming into play. Look at that for flight. And we've rarely seen a left-arm spinner spin it so much and beat the outside. That's very, very good bowling from the young man. But the old problems continuing to haunt the Lions.
Too good a delivery not to fetch a wicket there. He's bowled well. Early days for him. This one with the arm. He's come back well. He's been a little unlucky, but he's been up against two very fine batters in the middle. A wonderful contest loading here. We're done with over number 5. It's 47 for no loss.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
DHI Happier Home छुट्टै छ है
जनताको विश्वास जित्न सफल उत्कृष्ट डाक्टरहरू अत्याधुनिक प्रविधि हेलिप्याड सहितको अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय स्तरको स्वास्थ्य सेवा Hams Hospital
Himstar for a complete home.
What a flying start from the joint top of the table, Janakpur Bolts. Two of Nepal's best batters putting on an absolute show in very tricky early morning conditions. Prasad bin Safar. He's going to come into the attack. And ex-Canadian captain, was captain as recently as this year, he is someone that I think the Lumbini Lions need a lot more from. He's a highly experienced campaigner, good bowler, good batter. It's a good diving stop, will keep it to a single. As I wish a good morning to H.D. Ackerman, he's not been at his best thus far for the Lions.
No, all the bowlers have struggled, really. I do think they were a little bit unlucky in that opening over from Simmons. There was an outside edge that was put down and then an inside edge that shaved the off stump and ran away for 4. Things could have been a little bit different, but he has an opportunity. Who wants it? Take it. He has offered more. He's given them their first.
Just as we were discussing it, he stood up for the Lions. Trick for Asif here is he's trying to come across the ball, looking for the slog sweep into the larger side, and it just comes straight off a top edge. Maybe just a hint of turn. And although it went a long way up Bibek, Yadav makes the catch look awfully easy. Asif Sheikh sparkled briefly, but he has to go for 16. It's 48 for 1. Here's someone who's having a very good tournament, Lihiru Malantha. He's actually been holding on to the gloves as well, ahead of the two national team keepers, Anil San, Asif Sheikh. And I think he's loving every second here in Nepal from what we can gather. The man from Sri Lanka, who now plies his trade in the United States of America. Many American fans will be wondering, why can't he get a go on the national team? Stylish player, very, very fine ball striker. It's a good start to the tournament. Sad bin Safar will have played quite a lot of minor league cricket with him. These two will know each other well. He's hiding it away. The key here is the short side, isn't it, for the left-hander? Let's get another look at the wicket.
You heard the captains at the toss say that the early morning surface here just holds a little bit while there's some moisture in it. Now there's some bounce.
Yeah, you can just see that Sheikh has not really got on top of that little bit of bounce and turn. Good catch, well judged, Bibek Yadav. Good couple of days for him. Big hit. Well, maybe one of the biggest we can remember, gone miles, because that's the larger side, and put down in the crowd. 50's up inside the power play. Anil Shah in great nick. It's 55 for 1.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
Himstar for a complete home.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs le buzeeko cha. Your way of quality living.
DHI Happier Home. Today sa hai.
It's the end of the power play. 5 fielders now allowed outside the 30-yard circle. Some relief for Rohit Kumar Paudel, the captain of the Lions, is Durganath Subedi with the umpire Cam on his wide brim hat. Signals the end of the power play. Interesting call this. Bibek Yadav, who has been very, very expensive. In fact, he's the very top of the economy rate charts thus far, going at 14 runs per over. He's batted brilliantly. Actually had a chat with Monty Desai last night about this young man. No, he's a bits and pieces bowler, but I see him as such a good ball striker. I'd love to see him in the national T20 team as a batter and a batter alone. The reason why, HD, the national team has so many bowling options. They almost have too many. Kushal Malik can bowl left arm spin. Kushal Bertel has a magnificent strike rate. We've seen Rohit Paudel's off breaks. They don't need him to bowl if he's in the T20 side. Maybe he can show, although he starts with a wide here, that he is a good bowling option too.
This was absolutely clattered. Brave, just lost a wicket and then taking on the long side. But when you're in form and you're confident, why not? Talk about all those bowlers. If I'm not mistaken, is it the Avengers who always end up bowling 7, 8?
Pal just last month set an equaling world record, would you believe? In the best part of 5,000 one-day internationals now in the history of the game. They joined an exclusive list of teams that have bowled 9 bowlers in an ODI. Quite remarkable. I think it was only done 8 times. That was the 8th time in history. It's a great thing to have flexibility and have options and have bowlers who can bat. I think the only one who didn't bowl was Anil Shah. Now, ironically, he had bowled in a couple of warm-up games. Bowls little off breaks too. Chance. Think he's going to be home. Fielders aren't overly interested, and the umpire isn't going to send it up either. So Anil Shah must have safely got there.
We always just hold our breath when there's a direct hit. But he is safely home. Yeah, I must admit, I've always been a believer when selecting a team is I don't believe bits and I don't mean disrespect in any way to a player for this, but I don't believe bits and pieces players win you the game. In other words, someone who can bowl a little bit and someone who can bat a little bit. I think you've got to have a specialist skill. In other words, I make this team as a batter and maybe I can bowl a little bit, which helps you. Or I make this team as a bowler, and the fact that I can bat a little bit is a bonus. But to have someone that just bowls a little bit, bats a little bit, I don't think they win you matches. The other thing about having so many bowling options is that the responsibility factor. Someone else will do it rather than I will do it.
Yeah, fully agree with the point, but I'd also counter it in terms of, I think if you go in with 5 out-and-out bowlers and don't have that flexibility for 6
particularly a sixth, forget about a seventh option, but particularly a sixth option. We saw that cost the Lions earlier in that chase of 190. We were all calling out for Rowan Powell to bowl an over or two so that he didn't have to go to Bibek Yadav for that fourth and final. I think you need to have, in the modern game, it's rare that one of the 5 bowlers doesn't kind of get taken apart or get taken a liking to or have an off day. You need to have that sixth option if you can. Ideally, a seventh is a luxury. Top edge, now straight up, but I think it's going to land safely. Anil Saz had a few little moments of fortune and kind of just sums up the Lions tournament. They can't get those little things to go their way.
Yeah, these things happen when you're struggling as a unit. It just doesn't go to hand. I'm by no means suggesting that you only pick 5 bowlers. But if you look at the great all-rounders, when you think of the likes of the Ben Stokes, the Jacques Kallis of the world, the Richard Hadleys, the Sobers, I mean, the Bothams. One of their skills, they the best of that. Into the 7th, 60 for 1.
Yogo solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs ले बुझेको छ. Your way of quality living.
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ. सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश. यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी. सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश.
बैंकिङ सेक्टरमा पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ बैंकले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स. यसमा पोइन्ट छ.
सिद्धार्थ बैंक, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई. Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
That's the leading run scorers chart there. You see Janakpur bolts right up at the top of it. It is Rowan Powell, it is the 6th bowler now into the attack. I thought he was the pick of the bowlers yesterday. I think it was 4 overs, 1 for 22. And with the left-hander at the crease, definitely a good option. The only problem is, it's the shorter side. It's a 57-metre leg side boundary. That's going to make it tricky, isn't it, for Powell bowling to the left-hander.
Yeah, but I do think that's why he's brought himself on. I think he's hooked Zafar because he's worried about that the left-arm spinner bowling to Malanta to that short boundary.
A handy option with the ball, always gives it a tweak, gives it some turn, and then I suppose when he's bowling to the right-hander, he's got all that protection of the larger side.
I just hope, as you mentioned, Zafar is the wicket taker, and he is one of the most experienced players within the side. I hope they don't go to that old matchup story and don't bowl him at all.
Now, you mentioned, HD, in the pre-game show that this man's been in pretty good touch. This was his 62, coming off 42 against Karnali. He's got a wonderful personal story. He really does. The sacrifice his family has made to allow him to chase his dreams through his mid-20s, to get back into the international reckoning is quite something. That one angles down. And that was 62 unbeaten earlier in the tournament. And he started well here. It's 66 for 1.
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आको रकम वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
Vivo. I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
They've been really good. They've played 3, they've won 3. The Lions have been the polar opposite. Played 3, lost 3. That'll be a wide. That's swung.
Around the wicket, trying to angle that in and then just sort of shaped away. It's a big wide. If that is what he's going to try and do, it's rather dangerous with the short third inside the 30-yard circle and the backward point.
Same again. Another wide. Just in terms of assessing where we're at right now in this competition, HD, you would have to think that the Lions must win today. If they lose, are they gone? Maybe not mathematically.
Just such a big ask to say to your side, well, you've got 3 left and you've got to win all 3 and you've got to win them well.
We've also seen some interesting news overnight as they'll get back for the second. I think even a direct hit would have got him home, but we saw the Sudar Pashim Royals announce bolster to their squad. You see this often now, don't you, in franchise cricket? Replacement players come in. Rohan Mustafa, we believe, has gone home for some personal reasons, and in comes Dilpreet Bajwa, the Canadian. He either opens the batting or bats at 3, can do both roles, and he made a century in the GT20. I know you were out covering that there this year, and that was the only century of the tournament in some pretty tricky conditions in Brampton. So they've bolstered their stocks, and might hear of a player or 2 more coming into the mix. Is this where the franchises start to go, hold on, we've got to find a way to get into the playoffs?
Yeah, normally those are the teams that make the changes, so the ones that are struggling, but the Royals are right near the top. But yesterday they went in with just the 3 overseas players, so it's not a foregone conclusion that Dilpreet will arrive here and walk straight into the starting 11.
Absolutely isn't. I think he's got in, and he should be available for today, as a misfield is going to cost 4. Not too sure about this tactic here from Bibek. It's been exploited by Malantha.
With this sort of field, you expect your bowler to bowl around the wicket and attack the stumps to try and prevent the left-hander, or to not provide the left-hander with any room. But he's sort of shaping it away from the left-hander, and with the field of the backward point and the short third, there's too many areas here where boundaries can be found for Malantha.
And of all people, it's Tom Moore, who's highly experienced, who's provided the misfield costs at least 3, if not 4 runs. Other surprise for me, keep going back to this discussion about matchups. No Surya Tamang yet. In fact, Surya Tamang's been left out. Apologies. I thought he's bowled really well. That for me isn't necessarily the right call. He's had at least 2, if not 3, catches dropped off his bowling. I think if you look at his raw numbers, maybe not the strongest. Another misfield. Well, the wheels are coming off a touch here. And even Rohit Paudel, who's a little bit like MS Dhoni, he's usually captain cool, starting to get frustrated with his team.
It's the one thing that has stood out for me in the field since arriving here is the number of fumbles. And more often than not, when someone goes at it with one hand, there they do go with 2, but I think they get in each other's way. But quite often, this is good running. This is lovely running. Good cricket. Very aware that that is the long side of the ground. And so just a little nudge away on the leg side, and they set off.
And up at this altitude, Malanta breathing some heavy breaths. About 1,450 meters up we are here, above sea level, even in the base of the Kathmandu Valley. But it's perfectly weighted, you're spot on. And look at the anger with which, I think it's Durgesh Gupta throws this, because he'd just been given a bit of a talking to by his captain for not allowing him to do the fielding. There's definitely been some continued miscommunication amongst some of the teams. I'm going to think of two more here, but Malanta is happy just to keep the strike. It's not the greatest over. 14 have come from it. Bolts in full control. 80 for 1.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं।
Again, it won't be mathematically certain of a top 4 finish, but all but guaranteed a playoff spot if they win today. They'll have played 4, they'll have won 4, they'll be the first team to get to 8 points. Particularly with a good net run rate. It's Powdell, just a wonderful piece of fielding off his own bowling. They're not going to run the second. That's good spirit of cricket from the Hiru Malanta, because it's deflected off his bat.
Amazing that players choose not to run in that occasion, but if that ball goes to the boundary, it's 5. You would wonder if that's something that needs to be looked at. It cost someone a World Cup.
I was just about to say, we don't have any Kiwi voices up here in the commentary box, but if my old pal Scott Starris was here, he would remind you that it didn't cost them the World Cup. They didn't lose the World Cup, they tied it. I always ask him, well, why didn't they lift the trophy at the end of it then? That was truly maybe the most remarkable day of cricket.
And hard to believe that at the same time that remarkable game was going on, that arguably one of the great Wimbledon tennis finals of all time between Roger Federer and Rafa Nadal was going on. I was a gibbering mess with my remote control.
It was a remarkable day. I'm sure people won't care too much. I was actually commentating that day on Ireland versus Zimbabwe up in Breedy in the northwest of Ireland. Whilst doing the post-match presentation, the Super Over was going on. Nobody was watching that and everyone was roaring about who was winning the World Cup final. This is helped around the corner. Won't quite get to the rope. Good diving stop. Always going to be 2 there, so that's all he had to do. Gets a high five from his teammate.
So you didn't think that you were delivering one of the great post-match presentations of all time?
I can absolutely assure you that I wasn't. Remember, Gary Wilson, who can be surly at the best of times, he was captain at that point, and he was just like, will you get on with it, Lenny? Yeah, good diving stop there in the deep. That was Abhishesh Gautam. Bowled his first over in the tournament there, went for 13, and there was 4 boys in that over too. It's another good partnership. Bolts really look to have every base covered.
With Nisham to come, they are extremely well placed. Halfway mark has been reached, and the Bolts, they keep moving along here. They're 87 for 1, and the players are going to have a drink.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app. Unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Fresh Freshness that bonds.
Himsta for a complete home.
Vivo. Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs.
DHI happier home. Today's hey.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
The last one's got some moves there. Got some Janakpur fans in the house as well. Love the hot pink that they've got. She's having a fantastic time. 87-1 at the halfway stage. Lumbini Lions, well, it seems like the struggle continues with the ball. 6 bowlers used so far, and just the 1 wicket. It's Saad bin Zafar to have picked up the wicket of Asif up at the top. And the skipper's leading from the top. 44 off 34 for him. 1-4, 4 sixes. And Lahiru Milantha, no surprise that he's out there. 17 off 16. They have a really good batting side. They've got a really good bowling side. There's a reason why the Janakpur Bolts are sitting at the top of the table.
They look a well-oiled machine. Play everyone's role to perfection. Milantha, quite experienced cricketer. Looks so relaxed at the crease. And Anil Kumar Shah has looked apart. Good opening stand with Asif. 48 runs they put on. Then Milantha's come and controlled the middle. But familiar problems for the Lions. Still unable to get a wicket. Abhishesh Gautam, good left-arm spinner. His figures doesn't suggest that how well he bowled. Look at the amount of spin that he's extracting. We saw that in the first over he bowled as well. He's got the ability to turn the ball. He's got the arm ball as well. Yeah, but good little bowler, this Abhishesh Gautam. Just feel we might be in for something special from this young kid in terms of wickets.
Yeah, none for 14 so far. Anil Kumar Shah, the skipper, on 44, staring down a half century. Tries the sweep. That's a beautiful looking Happy Dent smile. Sparkling smile, fan of the match today. Thanks to our partners, Happy Dent, swept across the line. And they'll pick up a single.
He looked genuinely happy there. Nice to see smiling faces.
I think everyone who's come out here has looked genuinely happy, even when their team is not necessarily doing the best.
Without doubt. The atmosphere has been such. The Festival of the Himalayas. They call it, and they call that for a reason. Just brings people together. Oh, terrifically bowling. Terrific piece of bowling again. Yeah, he's been one of those left-arm spinners who's extracted consistent amount of turn on the surface. Look at that, good overspin. Milantha completely foxed. Look at that, that's pitched well outside off, and it's almost hitting middle and leg.
Brings out the switch hit. Again, just too good. He's been targeting the right areas, Abhishesh. Bringing in that economy rate as well after an expensive first over.
Bowling beautifully. He's got a nice action and lovely arc. And he spins the ball up and over in a traditional manner.
Dragged down a little, he gets away with it. It's going to be a dot. It's the end of the 11th, 90-1.
Kapay ko, Asli Energy, Red Bull, Asli Nerozone.
DHI happier home. Today's hey.
as local as they can. The snow leopards are a beautiful animal, hard to find here in the mountains, elusive. They camouflage beautifully into their surrounding. Some more happy smiles. Quite incredible because it's a chilly morning. It might not look it on your screens, but it is a very chilly morning today, and people are braving the cold, completely unbothered, just happy to be here.
Yeah, if anyone wants to know what a chilly morning looks like, just pan into Monali, and you'll see her layered in with about 10 layers. And all the time she only talks about is how chill it's been here in Kathmandu.
Finds the gap, and this should run away for 4. Fantastic looking shot from Malantha. And finally we get another boundary. 38 runs coming off the last 30 balls.
Yeah, Malantha's looked so much in control. He's such a calming influence for the team, batting at a very pivotal position, number 3. Look at how he's bisected that gap. Point and shot third man. There's not a big gap, but he's bisected that to perfection. Got a very calm head on his shoulders. That's well bowled again from Jora. Playing for some spin. It's a bit of panic, but it's all well that ends well.
Could have been a little bit of trouble there in the middle. Both batters, yes, no, eventually. As you said, all's well that ends well.
It was a bit full to be playing back, according to me. Malantha, talking about calmness, was also slightly lazy on that occasion with his footwork.
Oh, this has popped up. It's gone straight up in the air. And this is going to be the second wicket. The Lions finally starting to get some more wickets. And it's a big one. It's the skipper, Anil Kumar Saha, just 5 runs away from his half-century. He's played so well thus far. It's the end of his innings, though.
Where has Sandeep Jora been so far? He's hardly bowled in the tournament. He looks apart. Good piece of bowling, round the wicket, across the right-hander. Playing across the line, Anil Kumar Saha. The leading edge, comfortably taken at extra cover. The left-arm spin, Abhishek Gautam and Sandeep Jora definitely look wicket-taking options through the middle. Anil Kumar Saha gone for 45, and it's 95 for 2, the bowl.
Picturesque as ever here in Kathmandu. We've got the hills, we've got the rivers, and it's Harsh Thakur. He's had a decent Nepal Premier League so far. Poor batter. Turn again.
Another one of Malali's boys who cheers for Canadian, Harsh Thakur. Good player, good cricketer. Look at that for spin. Oh, it's a bit of a swipe. Just a single.
Yeah, he is a Canadian, off the mark as well with that single. Plays a pivotal role in the Canadian side. As we take a look at this wicket, it's a bottom edge, a little too early through that, and a really good catch in the end. Didn't need to move much.
Piece of bowling. It had a bit of flight, it had a bit of drift. The ball just went with the arm rather than spinning back, creating some doubts here. Jora, and it's a good passage of play for the Lions. Jora and left-arm spinner bowling in partnership. 12 overs gone, 97 for 2.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आको रकम वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs le buzeko cha your way of quality living.
Thanks to our drone, we're able to get these incredible images of the scenery here. Coming to you live from the UT Cricket Stadium, where the ground staff have done a phenomenal job with the square and with the outfield. And all the organizers making sure everything around this venue is lined up and ready for the entertainment. We're going to go down to Andrew Leonard, who's got the coach of the bowls, Pupadu Dasanayake.
Yes, many thanks, Manali. I do have Pupadu Dasanayake alongside me, who has had the most brilliant start to this tournament. Firstly, great to see you back in Nepal. It's a part of the world you love.
Yeah, of course. I always enjoy Nepal, and crowd is great, atmosphere is great, and a lot of credit for NPL, like having this tournament. It's great atmosphere.
Tell me about, I suppose, the evolution of this squad for you, how it's come about, how you've kind of gone about picking your players, the draft process, and the overseas guys too.
Yeah, no, I think we had a good plan even before the draft, and I think we got the few best local players, and from there we worked out for the foreign players. I think right now I'm very happy. We have a very good balanced side. But it's still nothing, we cannot relax at any given time. It's a good start, but tournament is just...
Well, you've just picked up another wicket as well, coach. You're going to throw it upstairs.
This is going to be a big wicket. It's both set batters who are now back in the pavilion. Hiro Milantha, who was supposed to be there to anchor, has just been stumped off a really good delivery.
I can't speak highly enough of this left-arm spinner. Abhishesh Gautam, to me, he's the pick of all the left-arm spinners I've seen. Just because of his ability to spin the ball, he's beaten a good player like Lahiru Milantha in flight. 24 he's made. Lahiru Milantha, it's 99 for 3.
Janakpur bowls, who were cruising at one moment, are now 99 for 3. It's Jimmy Neesham who walks out to the middle, strike rate of 200. And we know he can hit a long ball. Coming at a crucial time as well. Two new batters out in the middle.
That was center, yeah. Yeah, that's center.
We're going to go back down to Andrew Leonard, who's got Pupadu Dasanayake with him.
Yeah, sorry about that, Pupadu, just losing a wicket right in the middle of it. Jimmy Neesham to the crease, let me ask you about him. He must have had a big impact on your team.
Yeah, no, he's big actually, it's not only about batting and bowling. His experience is great. He's a great guy, sharing his experience and keep the group together. And he's actually the game changer for us in the middle, where he can, take the game into any level.
What about this tournament as a whole so far? You've played 3, you've won 3, but you actually hadn't batted first until this morning. In a funny way, is it a good toss to lose for the tournament going forward for you? Test your batters in those difficult early conditions?
Yeah, I really don't mind to the bat first today. But just want to check the wicket and see how our batting order handles the morning sessions. So I'm happy how things goes, and even still the wicket is hard, and Anil and Asif gave us a great start. So cannot ask for better.
Well, Poopadoo, we're going to have to love you and leave you because another wicket has fallen. Get back to your team. Thanks for talking to us.
Well, this seems to be a bit of a brain fade moment for the Bolts. They've just lost yet another wicket. It's Harsh Thakur this time. Tried to get it in the gap with this shot. He's just holed out to the fielder at point.
Yeah, where have they been? Jora and Abhishesh. I told you they're wicket-taking options in the middle overs, and that's exactly what they're proving to be. And this is really not the best of batting from Harsh Thakur. Not the best shot he would have played in his life. Gone for one, and it's 100 for 4.
Three quick wickets, and the Bulls find themselves in slightly unfamiliar territory. We're going to see Kansarkar coming out to the middle. Again, it's a new batter out of the middle. We haven't seen much of this middle order, and they haven't had to come out because the top order has been very strong for the Bolts. Gonna get off the mark. But that run rate now takes a bit of a hit, doesn't it, Sriram?
Yeah, most definitely. Wickets are the best way to control the run rate, and terrific piece of bowling. Not the best shot Harsh Thakur would have played. Got himself into a tangle. No position to execute that reverse sweep. Comfortable catch. And Abhishesh Gautam is turning this game on its head. 13 runs in his first over he conceded, but he's now 2 for 17. That's another one. Another one bites the dust. This is terrific bowling. Again deceiving a very experienced Jimmy Neesham in the air. He's got two left-handers. What a big moment in this game. And what a bowler we're seeing.
He's just picked up 3 wickets in this over, Abhishesh. What a delivery this is. It spun, completely deceived Jimmy Neesham, and all that experience was no good here. The bails have come off excellent behind the stumps, and it's another one that bites the dust. Jimmy Neesham's gone for 1. It's 101 for 5 at the end of 13.
ब्याङ्किङ सेक्टरमा पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्कले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स। यसमा पोइन्ट छ।
सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश, यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश।
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs बुझेको छ your way of quality living.
DHI happier home छुट्टै छ है।
Dominated every game they've played. And as we heard in the interview with Andrew Leonard and Poopadoo Dasanaik, it's the first time that they're batting first, and that in the morning game where the conditions are difficult with the bat. Could this be the day the Lions actually pick up a win?
Yeah, I'll be surprised if they don't take advantage of the situation they are in here. They've really got the wickets that they needed. It's been an inspired selection to get Abhishesh Gautam in. Sandeep Jora hadn't bowled a lot. And these two look a good, formidable pair. Look at him. We talk about left-handers being good matchups. Milantha, Thakur. And then the big wicket of Neesham, who said left-arm spinners can't bowl to left-handers. Just ask Abhishesh Gautam how easy it is. Milantha and Neesham two big left-handed wickets. But it's been an inspired selection, I must say, Monali. He's turned the game on its head, but he's looked a very, very good bowler. That's all.
Yeah, he's on debut, which begs the question, why have the Lions not brought him on earlier? If he can bowl as well as he has today, he should have been playing from game number 1.
Can't agree with you more, because what I'm seeing is something special. A left-arm spinner who can go up and over, can spin the ball. He's got a good action too. And Johra has been a good foil from the other end. He's more of a batter, Sandeep Johra, but he's more than handy off spin. And they're forming a good partnership through these middle overs. 95 for 1 they were at one stage. And suddenly they're 103 for 5. And there is a spring in the stride of the Lumbini Lions, who were just going through the motions.
Yeah, from 95 for 2 to 101 for 5. Pitched up. This is drilled down the ground. He does well. Slides, gets the foot out when he needs to. And a bit of a cheeky smile. Saves the boundary.
A good piece of fielding. They're actually 95 for 1. 95 was when the second wicket fell. And then now they're 105 for 5. 101 was when the 5th wicket fell. So absolute magical period of play for the Lumbini Lions, brought about by none other than Abhishek Gautam and the off-spinner Sandeep Johra. They needed wickets, and that's exactly what they've got.
Oh, this has come in. That has nipped back very sharply. He might have just been saved by the bounce.
Yeah, the wicket's playing its tricks now. It's created enough doubts in the head of the batter. Johra is getting one to slide on, one spinning sharply in. Yeah, it's not an easy time to bat for Kansakar. Shubh Kansakar batting in his first game.
Worked into the leg side, the called for 2. And they're lightning quick. Maybe needed a better throw. It's going to be 2 to end 14th, 107 for 5.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
Coming left arm over to you.
But despite the wickets, he's a happy man. Janakpur Bulls have come out in numbers today. Their supporters want to try and see their team continue the winning streak. But it's Abhishek who's coming in for his final. Driven nicely, and they pick up a single.
He's not been afraid to throw it up, Abhishek Gautam. And he's got the ability to spin the ball, which is a huge plus. Mohammad Mohsin will need to use all his experience. It's just the final over for Abhishek Sharma. Hubudu said, I don't mind batting first, but I wonder if he'll say the same now. Beautiful arm ball. You know that he can flight one, get the one to spin, but this one came in with the arm. That's a single finger arm ball that he bowls. Oh, he's got it all, Abhishek Gautam. Look at that, good release. Yeah, he's got the tricks.
They're not going to mind the singles, the Lions.
Look at that for release. That was the arm ball. The single finger. Look at the seam pointing towards fine leg. That's very, very good bowling from the young lad.
Gives it some air and it's miscued. Now 21 deliveries since the last boundary. Coming to a critical phase as well with the last 5 overs.
3 for 20. He gave 13 in his first over, went for 2 sixes from the blade of Anil Kumar Shah, but how well has he bounced back? Not afraid to throw it up to the left-hander. That's good bowling again. Yeah, 22 balls now without a boundary. Janakpur bowls. Yeah, this is not familiar territory for them. The middle order has been untested. Yeah, Fubudu would not mind this. Just a middle order getting a hit in the middle. Do they have the depth to get them to a good total?
Under edge again. It's now 15 gone, 110 for 5.
Tapaico, Asli Energy, Red Bull, Asli Nerozo.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
Himstar for a complete home.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
A bit of a slide here for Janakpur bowls. First 6 overs they did well. And the next 6 they lost 4 wickets for 50 odd runs. Surface is helping the spinners. That odd ball is turning a mile. And fair to say, finger spinners from both ends are making an impact. HD Ackerman alongside me. Good morning, HD.
A bit of a slide. A bit of a slide. They've fallen in a heap here. Oh, good shout. Good shout and given. I thought the other one was close, but this is deemed even closer. And the skipper gets one. They're in trouble here, the Bolts.
The bowls are sensing blood here. And this is a very good passage of play for them. The spinners have come and just changed things around. Rohit Paudel for the Lions here. And they're right on top of this game. 6 wickets back in the dugout. 95 for 1 at one stage. 110 for 6. And the Lions have certainly been on the prowl this morning. It's 110 for 6. Mohsin departs for 3. Yeah, the Lions are sensing blood here. At that, it's been a collapse. 95 for 1, 110 for 6. Sher Malla getting a game. The pressure's back on the bowls. They've not dropped a game so far. They're batting first for the first time in this competition. Another appeal. I wonder what's going on in the middle for the bowls. They're just playing some very, very ordinary shots in the middle.
I mean, this is first delivery. That was the wicket. There's a good shot. There's a good shot. And another one goes. They're all over the place. The Lions are running rampant.
The Lions are roaring in the middle. It's the captain from the front taking charge. 2 wickets in this over. 2 LBWs. And he's been on target this morning. What a passage of play for the Lions. They've had a very ordinary start. They've lost their first 3. It's a must-win. And they're putting up a show this morning at the Tribhuvan University International Stadium. Sher Malla walks in and walks out in 2 deliveries. It's 110 for 7. It's been a procession in the middle. Look at that for the fall of wickets. Janakpur bowls have been a shadow of themselves to what they've displayed in the first 3 games. Hemant Dhami walks out. Certainly the spinners have made merry this morning. Abhishesh Gautam 3 for 20. Baudel 2 for 12. Johra 1 for 13. Zafar 1 for 8.
I think Padel's done so well though, because Zafar bowled just the 1 over and then he brought himself on from the correct end, and then Abhishesh from the other. He's manipulated his bowlers extremely well. 1-1-1 for 7.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Sport is in our DNA.
Tapaico, Asli Energy, Red Bull, Asli Nerozone.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobsle Buzekosa, your way of quality living.
The Janakpur bowls have lost the last 6 wickets for 15 runs in the middle. Been a massive collapse there for a side that has displayed a lot of conviction in their batting in the first 3 games. HD, you did mention during the break. Look at that for turn. They won all their 3 games, chasing 8 wickets, 7 wickets. For the first time, they're batting first now in this campaign.
Wow. Hit that. That's bowled at a decent clip. It just bites, it turns, but it's the bounce. You can't nick that.
And Arjun South behind the stumps has been impressive. Yes, initially he was a little off color, but he's come back well for the spinners. Not an easy surface to keep wickets in.
Yeah, no real turn for either of these from Rohit Padel. That just goes straight on, clatters into the shin bone. That'll be a wide. Yeah, first time they're batting first, but also the first time for a number of them walking to the wicket because they've won so convincingly. It's just the top order that's batted, and the top order didn't do too badly. They were 2 for 95 and then 3 down for 99, and then the new men start walking to the wicket. Never played out here, don't know what the surface plays like, and the next minute 113 for 7.
Yeah, they've just not been able to find the ropes. 34 deliveries since the last boundary. We're talking of as many as 6 overs. The last 30 deliveries, only 17 runs and 5 wickets. Problems well compounded in the middle here for the bowls. Something very new for them. They've been dominating proceedings. 17 gone. It's 113 for 7.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
DHI happier home. छुट्टै छ है।
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश, यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश।
Globally trusted hair transplant expert, Foliderm.
Lions have been very, very tidy and disciplined, and they continue to do so. Baudel into his 4th over, brilliant figures, 2 for 13.
It was said at the toss that batting first in the morning has proved to be difficult. The moisture in the surface, it's just held. Fortunate that they'll take every single run because they're like gold at the moment. Some are turning, some aren't turning. Surely the bolts just say, well, hang on, if we can get around the 140 mark somehow, we'll put tremendous pressure on the Lions because they have to win.
And after having them at 114 for 7, you really don't want to let them off the hook now if you're from Lumbini Lions. Yeah, moves in the crease. Has he got the distance on this one? Yes, he has. He had to manufacture a shot. That element of risk was there, but it reaps the reward as well. That's a very fine hit. That's a Siddharth Bank maximum from the bat of Kansakar.
They needed this. They were desperate for this. Gee, that's a clean strike.
They're just going with the turn. Made it all the more easier. They got to change lanes quickly and they'll steal a single. Yeah.
I think Podell needs a little bit more support from his outfielders there. That was hit straight to the man at backward point, and they got through for that single far too easily. You're on top now. Squeeze if you're inside that inner ring.
That's more like it. Captain setting the example. Don't give easy runs. 7 bowlers used, but it's the spinners who made an impact. All wickets going to spinners this morning. Yeah, just adjusted his shot at the very end. Nicely bowled. He's bowled well, Captain. Well done. 2 for 22 in his 4.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
Tapay Asli Energy, Red Bull, Asli Nerozo.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
At 95 for 1, and then all of a sudden the ball started doing a bit, and it created some doubt in the batter's mind, and some wonderful spin bowling by Abhishesh Gautam. 3 for 20 for him in his 4 as the spinners came and completely turned things around in favor of the Lions. Zafar as well extracting a lot of turn and bounce on the surface, which has assisted the finger spinners.
I'm a little bit surprised here about the change of bowling. Simmons has got 2 left. Yeah, so he'll only bowl the 1. Now I just wonder whether Podell's going to bowl Zafar from the other side to bowl the final, because the left arm spin against the right-handers. The ball has turned square.
Don't be surprised if the off-cutters have been dished out by Simmons here. He'll rely a lot on that in this 19th over. Slow off-cutters, change-ups. Yeah, just take the pace off the ball.
I think Podell's he's a little nervous about the short side of the ground. It's only around 57 meters away to the right-hander's leg side, and that might be the reason why he's hooked Zafar, in that the feeling is that it's just a miss hit towards that mid-wicket boundary. But if he does bowl the final over, well, it's a fairly long hit against the spin. I know Durgesh has got one, it's got a couple of overs under his belt that he can bowl. I'm not sure Bibek will bowl. So the decision is whether it will be seam or spin to bowl that last over.
Yeah, just overcompensating there. And as a captain, it's so important to read and pick conditions and situations and use your best men for the available resources that you have, HD.
Yes, and it's brave to bowl spin. I understand that. Very brave. Very seldom do you see teams bowl a spinner for the last 2 overs of a T20 contest.
He's got plenty of willow on this one. It's the sound of leather hitting willow that convinces everybody that that's a home run. That's a very fine strike. Kansakar playing a cameo over here, and it's turning out to be a very good one at this stage of the game for the Bulls.
If your eyes were closed when this ball was delivered, I promise you, you knew the result. That was like a gunshot.
That went a long way back. He picked the length, picked the pace, picked the slow one very early. Getting too predictable here is Simmons. Already 8 runs in the 2 deliveries. It's a game about momentum. It's a game about fractions. This one's wrapped on the pads, but that's outside the line, a little high as well maybe. But this was a quicker delivery.
And very difficult in the 19th over for a left armour to trap a right-hander LBW. Because there's no swing on offer, and more often than not it pitches outside the leg stump, and if it does pitch in line, more than likely missing off stump.
That's more like it. Keep it simple. But otherwise, it's been a good partnership. 20 of 20 at a time when wickets fell in a heap in the middle. Everything from here on will just add to that tally.
Need bat on ball. Dot balls is not the thing you're after right now. Don't swing aimlessly. There are areas of the ground that can be targeted. That short side away to the leg.
Firmly struck. Get a single. He's looked good in the short stay of his Kansakar.
Been a vital innings. Yes, run a ball, 21 of 21, but they would have got bowled out if he hadn't played this innings. Now they would be very disappointed if they didn't walk away with 140 plus. Now there's just 7 balls remaining, but surely 140 plus is on the cards.
And the surface is certainly asking some questions when a spinner is in operation. Yeah, gets an inside edge. 4 more. 13 runs of over number 19. It's been a good one. Some good shots, a bit of luck as well, but they all count. It's 135 for 7. We are into the final over.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Sport is in our DNA.
DHI Happier Home. छुट्टै छ है।
बैंकिङ सेक्टरमा पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ बैंकले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स। यसमा पोइन्ट छ। सिद्धार्थ बैंक, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
25 runs as Zafar comes on to bowl the final over of this innings. And HD, as you rightly pointed out, it's about the angles that's playing on the mind of the captain at the moment that has prompted him to use him from the com box end and not the far end where he extracted more turn.
I said to you, it's a brave decision to bowl a spinner in either of the last 2 overs. And Rohit Podell here has done a great thing, I believe. He said to Zafar, I'm going to bowl you from the commentary box end because it's a longer hit for the right-handers to their leg side. But you just got to get the ball in the right area.
2 dots.
If he gets it too full, Kansakar will swing down the ground or toward the leg side. If anything, he wants to be slightly shorter, not too full.
Nicely bowled. Oh, they're coming back for the second, sent back. And they'll have to settle for 1. Good fielding.
I think the Bolts will be hoping that this turn remains for their innings. Think of Rashbanji, think of Mosan.
And I'll tell you what, they all in the dugout will be seeing this and really feeling very good about it, because this chase is going to get interesting now. You miss, I hit. This time with the arm playing across the line, Dhami departs. And the ploy of having Zafar in the final over has worked.
Lovely bit of bowling. But the captain needs to be commended. The bravery to bowl the left arm spin in the final over. It's a gutsy play, it's the right play, and it's working a treat here for the Lions.
Another good outing for Zafar with the ball. He's got 2. Dhami has to depart for 9. 8th wicket gone here for the Bolts. They're 136 on the board. Right into the final delivery. He's bowled well, Zafar. And this has been a good bowling effort by the Lions. This after they won the toss. Yeah, this will be another wicket. It's going to be a run out. They've done exceedingly well, the Lions bowling first. And this first innings finishes for Janakpur Bolts, with the batters accumulating 136 runs for 9 wickets in their 20 overs. And what a fine low it's been. Just the 1 run and 2 wickets coming off it. Captain Paudel has got everything right this morning, right from the toss.
A peculiar stroke for the final delivery of an innings. Just a little backward defence, back to the bowler. And that's the final wicket. But definitely an innings of 2 halves. The first 10 overs. Their spinners.
Yeah, it's in the middle overs that the Bolts received a couple of jolts, because it was the spinners making merry on the surface that was helping a lot of turn. They go back to the dugout a lot more confident, the momentum on their side, a feel-good factor as well creeping into the dugout for what has been a very fine bowling effort. Yeah, it was a good start. Anil Kumar Shah once again showing that he's one of the form batters in the tournament. Asif missed out, but Lahiru and Anil at the halfway stage had taken Janakpur to a position of strength, and after that everything fell apart for the Janakpur Bolts. Shubh Kansakar played a gem of an innings, 22 of 24 to take them close to 140, but by the end of it Lumbini Lions had come back into this game and had taken complete control of it.
Really good at the top. Anil and Asif continue their good opening stand with another partnership of 48, and then Malanta, who's been in such good form, joined Anil for a partnership of 47, and then it just fell away as the Lions realized that this pitch was going to take excessive turn and the spinners started to dominate.
Well, they were batting first for the very first time here, the Janakpur Bolts, but the Lumbini Lions, the Pacers did go for some runs, but the manner in which the spinners pulled things off. Debutant Abhishesh Gautam went for 13 runs in his first over, but came back to finish with figures of 3 for 20 in his 4. He's been the pick of the bowlers. 2 for 11 for Saad Zafar, bowled the final over to get a wicket and give only 1 run. And then you had Rohit Paudel in the middle overs taking 2 for 22, ably supported by Sandeep Johra. It's been a lovely day out here for the Lions this morning, particularly the spinners.
DHI Happier Home. छुट्टै छ है
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आको रकम वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट
DHI Happier Home. छुट्टै छ है
फसे नि हेर बाहिर यसरी भित्र जान त गाह्रो छ भयो नि हाले इजी
तर यो जित्ती दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश, यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश।
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
सिद्धार्थ एसआईपी मा लगानी किन गर्ने? आफ्नो बच्चाको उज्जवल भविष्यको लागि, आनन्दसँग रिटायरमेन्ट बिताउनको लागि, आफ्नो सपनाको घर बनाउनको लागि, लङ टर्ममा धेरै फाइदा पाउनको लागि। त्यसैले सिद्धार्थ एसआईपी मा हरेक महिना सानो सानो लगानी गरी लङ टर्ममा धेरै फाइदा पाउनुहोस्। सिद्धार्थ एसआईपी।
भाइ दुईटा चिसो रेड बुल गर्दिनु यार। भाइ रेड बुल के दिएको यो? रेड बुल भनेपछि रेड बुलले चाहिन्छ।
रेड बुल असली नेरोज।
Vivo.
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आएको रकम।
वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट। आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट।
तिमीलाई गुलाब साह्रै मन पर्छ है, अनि चन्दनको सुगन्धले मनलाई शान्त र पवित्र बनाउँछ।
मङ्गलदीप गुलाब चन्दन पूजा अगरबत्ती।
And the winner of Miss Nepal World 2023 is Miss DHI Sricha Pradhan.
नमस्कार, म मिस नेपाल र मिस DHI Sricha Pradhan। मेरो यो जितको खुसीमा मलाई साथ दिने DHI ले हजुरहरूको घरमा पनि धेरै खुसी ल्याउनेछ। Wishing you all a happier home.
DHI Happier Home छुट्टै छ है।
NPL Live को unlimited excitement तपाईकै हातमा। Catch the live stream, highlights, NPL packs, free tickets, games and more from NPL with Ncell app. Download Ncell app now.
Himstar for a complete home.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app. Unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
सुजल डेरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
Himstar for a complete home.
Neoco world-class range of solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys र gas hobs ले तपाई र तपाईको घरको पूर्ण रूपमा केयर गर्छ, किनकि नियोले बुझेको छ your way of quality living.
Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From a timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend. Drive the ball.
तिमीलाई गुलाब साह्रै मन पर्छ है, अनि चन्दनको सुगन्धले मनलाई शान्त र पवित्र बनाउँछ।
मङ्गलदीप पूजा अगरबत्ती।
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश, यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश।
Himstar for a complete home.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
Insta for a complete home.
I dare to express myself freely. I dare to aim with precision. I dare to explore new paths, fueled by ambition and unshakable focus. I dare to imagine a world where innovation isn't just a concept, but a reality. I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
नयाँ पुस्ताका सपनाहरू थाहै नपाइकन आफ्ना सपनाहरू बनिसकेका हुन्छन्। ती सपनाहरूलाई पूरा गर्नुस्, खुलेर जिउनुस्। सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स, खुलेर जियौं।
सुजल डेरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
Globally trusted hair transplant expert, Foliderm.
NPL Live को unlimited excitement तपाईकै हातमा। Catch the live stream, highlights, NPL packs, free tickets, games and more from NPL with Ncell app. Download Ncell app now.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं।
तिमीलाई गुलाब साह्रै मन पर्छ है, अनि चन्दनको सुगन्धले मनलाई शान्त र पवित्र बनाउँछ।
मङ्गलदीप गुलाब चन्दन पूजा अगरबत्ती।
Somebody that everyone is pleased to see back in Nepal playing his grade cricket down in Australia. He's desperate to get going, aren't we all? 4 wickets already. Keep your eyes on him. He'll start from the Chobar end of the ground. We're all set for the chase. 137 to win. A bit of movement in as I welcome Manali Patel to the commentary box alongside me. Manali, good morning to you. Chillier today. What do you make of this chase? Who's it going to be?
Good morning, Lally. Yeah, it is going to be an interesting game. A bit chilly as well this morning, but I just feel like the Bolts have been so strong in this tournament so far, and they've been good with bat and ball. I feel like their bowlers might just have it in them to defend this low total.
Maybe a bit of deja vu to yesterday afternoon's game in terms of the way that the Bratnagar Kings couldn't get over the line. They only needed 131.
Yeah, and we tend to see that, don't we, with low-scoring affairs. You think that you've got all the time in the world because there aren't a lot of runs on the board, and then you start to lose wickets, a few dot balls here and there, thinking you have time to afford, and then you get yourself into very tricky positions. The Lions have struggled with bat and ball. They picked up wickets today. They've done decently well with the ball. And now it's their job to try and finish this off with the bat. The bat has seen some flourishes from skipper Rohit Paudel, Tom Moores, but really there's been nothing much else in that batting lineup.
Yeah, they do have those finishing heroics of Bibek Yadav. He was, I know it was in a losing cause, it was almost a bit overshadowed, wasn't it? But 77 not outs, 7 sixes. If they get behind the rate, he's there to maybe apply the finishing touches, but you're spot on. It may all be about Rohit Paudel yet again. He's right up there in the run-scoring charts for a reason. I thought he captained that first innings outstandingly well. He was brave, he rotated his bowlers, and once he saw the back of Malantha in particular, they just fell away like a pack of cards collapsing.
Now the ball's being tested for the first time in tricky batting conditions. Thought that there are some holes in that batting lineup, especially against a decent bowling lineup.
I appeared, And the opposite of an Irish lucky charm. An Irish Jonah I was for him. And they collapsed in a heap. I'm sorry, Poopadoo. Please accept my apologies, sir.
But he's such a planner, very experienced coach. Another inside edge. And we say that about him. The reason he's so successful over the years is he's got plan A, he's got plan B, and he's got plan C. He knows how to get the combinations right with his batters, his bowlers. And always in full control, calm and composed.
He's about the most humble man you'll ever meet. Is Poopadoo Dassanayake, played internationally for both Sri Lanka and Canada. He's been known as the associate maestro for a reason. Such a fine coach, such a fine human. It's all about creating a culture as this one's going to run away for 4. I think it's come off the shoulder because we've seen a change in keeper, haven't we? Hiri Malanta's had the gloves for the first 3 games. They've been given now to Asif Sheikh, and that'll be 4 byes to round out the first over. Let's hope Asif's okay. It's 6 for none.
Sport is in our DNA.